Welcome to the Feel Good Painting Station. Hello again, my friends. This is Garrick Brown Art Studio, and we're going to go for a ride back into space today. Happy holidays, Merry, and all of those good things. This literally looks like a comet breaking through a galaxy. So I've entitled this piece Blast Off, and of course I'm going to start off with my colors. Some of these are custom mixed, but the ratio for all of my paints is approximately 2.5 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint. If any of my paints were too thick, I used just a little bit of water to thin it down, but not a whole lot for any of my paints today. All right. So let's check out this pour. You can see that I am torching just a little bit to pop those paint bubbles. This is like almost literal perfection. Um, Very, very asymmetric. Like the fingerlings are perfectly distributed, and as you see, what I call the comet breaking through, where all the purple is, there is some gold underneath that is going to pop up and be just gorgeous when we get to spinning this thing out. Now, I love, love, love doing videos like this where I can walk you through what went well, what didn't go so well. So it gives you a frame of reference. I'm always going to remind you that practice, practice, practice makes is key. With fluid art, you can't just sit on the sidelines and watch. You have to see what works for you, get your hands a little bit dirty, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button while you're watching. But yes, almost perfect pour. Everything is looking really good. I'm putting down my flow extender, which is just leftover paint, to help and allow the paints to move. Now, as we go through this, you've seen me do this a million times. Let's talk about moving the paint. Now, what I should have done with a beautiful painting like this is I should have put it on my spinner and just spun it out and increased the size. As long as my spinner is relatively level and I don't have large pools of paint on one part of the canvas, your painting will expand generally pretty evenly. And when it's not, you can see that and make those adjustments fairly easy. And in just a second, we're going to get close up on the purple. You can see that beautiful gold starting to pop up and show through. And that's exactly what I want. I love, love that look. So I'm just kind of taking you along this ride. So now I am getting ready to start moving my paint, and you can see the weight of my paint and where it is. And you can see I start rotating it, and this was not a good idea for this particular painting because while initially I was doing a great job, the weight of my paint began to get distributed um kind of weirdly, and so you can see it right here, and now I'm starting to disturb that really beautiful asymmetric look that I had, and I'm starting to uh stretch the center kind of oblong, and at that point for me this messed up the painting because I know what exactly I should have done. I wasn't painting um to make this to sell. I was more so painting for enjoyment, and I didn't really think that these colors were going to actually turn out so nicely. And so you can see I'm kind of readjusting, and at this point, I probably could have straightened out my painting a little more. You can see I'm trying to get that asymmetric look again, which I pretty much achieved. But now I went off to the side where I should have probably slowly but surely moved the painting back center and spun. So generally when you go off from one corner, I like to go from side to side to side to side. So I started on that right corner and went to the left. Also, sometimes I go from one opposite end to the other to stretch the painting, and then I use the other two sides to create the composition and kind of manipulate it the way that I enjoy. You have to find what works best for you. There is no right or wrong way in art, per se, especially with fluid art. But you will find after you've done it several times, things to kind of look out for. And so for me, um, now having stretched this piece, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to get that asymmetric look that I was really going for. And so I kind of had to work with what I had. And you really, really have to be careful with the weight of your paint and where it is. And you have to understand how to drive that paint. So when you have that weight, look at exactly where it's going, where you want it to go, and tilt it in that direction. But all of this has to be done with patience to really, manipulate that paint the way you want it to look. So I'm actually tilting a lot faster than I normally do. If you've ever taken an in-person class with me, you know how long this actually takes. But in the world of YouTube, a lot of times we speed things up because we don't want y'all clicking off those videos. So you can see I'm stretching that center and trying to make, the composition better, in which this is pretty. But it would have looked even better if I had kept it the way we poured it, more so, spun it out, and then tilted my paints off that way. And now for one of the most pleasurable moments in painting is finger painting and finishing those sides. And you guys know that I'm a surgeon, paint surgeon that is. So just finishing off those sides so that we have a completely finished piece. And here I am just having fun looking at the gorgeous colors. I feel like I'm just stargazing when I look at the different layers that we have created together with the paints. And you can see that beautiful gold. Now it's taken on a darker color because it's mixing in with that purple and blues, and it is a semi-transparent paint. So the darker colors are going to show through, but I do really like the composition. This piece has a ton of interest, and it just feels good to be getting back into the studio and doing some paintings. Ironically, I have several commissions that I must start on, so I will take you along that journey. And family, remember, do everything with love. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.